excavating, you find what are called uncharted utilities. Nobody knows this thing existed. There are pipelines, there are cables, etc., and you can see an example of that. And all these have to be catered to. All of them cannot be shifted temporarily and put back. Many of them you can't even touch them, they break. So, this is what is happening here. You can see these 1.8 meter diameter pipelines. This is in Bombay, which is supplying water to the rest of the whole city. There are two major pipelines which are running through underneath the road, and the alignment that we normally try to choose is the road, because that at least you will not get any building on it, which you have to avoid. So it's that is how it is supported temporarily, and then you have to, when the earth fill, when you do the filling of the earth, then finally it can have a proper foundation and you can lower it. So I want to end my presentation with this very apt quote by the High Court of Delhi. He said that developed country is not where the poor own cars. It is one where the rich use public transport. So that is the definition. This is the Honorable High Court Delhi. Okay, thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir. An extremely illuminating presentation. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And I will now, he will present on the role of the bulk waste generators in Delhi's solid waste management, legal framework, and implementation gap.
Very good morning to all. Yes. A very good morning to all. I am Dr. Akhil Ahmed, and I will be presenting a paper which is very useful for the science of India. As all of you are aware that there are issues related to solid waste management throughout the India. Delhi has got three big hillocks of garbage. It is a challenge every time we see that how land can be utilized and how those garbage hillocks can be converted into a recreation land. So here, bulk waste generator is not a very new concept, but as compared to other techniques, it is too new. It was there in solid waste management rules 2016 that concept of bulk waste generators emerged. It was there, but it was legally emerged. So, why these are needed and what is being done in Delhi in this regard? I am looking after this in my official capacity. That is why aware about all these things and would like to tell. Delhi generate about 11,300 tons of municipal solid waste per day. Now, how to take care of this waste? This is a big challenge for the city. So, to overcome that, bulk waste generator is the solution through which something can be done. So, it will reduce the dependence on the landfill and it will definitely make the city a better place to live in. So now, what is BWG? Bulk waste generator. Any establishment, society, hospital, hotel, banquet hall, which is generating more than 100 kg of the solid waste per day is a bulk waste generator. So, so BWG is the entity generating 100 kg of solid waste per day. The obligation includes 3 stream segregation, means 3 types of the wastes are there, all of you are aware. Those are the wet, dry and hazardous. So these are to be processed. That is to be done as per the solid waste management rules 2016. This is amended by the government of India, binding all the local bodies, authorities and municipalities to take care of this. So these are the rules which are governing and working at present in Delhi. One is the Solid Waste Management Rule 2016, notified by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in the year 2016. Then there were certain obligations on the government, state governments. For that, the Solid Waste Management Bylaws 2017 have been notified. Earlier there were 3 corporations. Now there is a single corporation. So all the rules are same, so equally applicable to the whole city of Delhi. Then plastic waste management bylaws have also been notified in the year 2024. So what are the duties of the key bulk waste generators? First thing is the segregation. Segregation is the most important aspect of the solid waste. At present, about 57% of the waste in Delhi is being segregated. Just 57%. Supreme Court is emphasizing why not it is to be done to 90 to 100%, but definitely it is going to take time because it is very difficult to educate all the people and to enforce this. Then, all the wet waste is to be processed through biomethylation or some other method at the site itself. Then, the recyclables or the recyclable materials are to be handed over to the authorized recyclers, means the recyclers which are registered with CPCB or Delhi Pollution Control Committee. Whatever is remaining, for that agreement is to be done with the authorized organizations, means which are dealing with the disposal of solid waste. So these are the key duties of bulk waste generators. Now, it was very difficult to get them registered. Today, it is, you know that to go to the site, ask them to fill up the form. So what was being done in Delhi, there was one app, mobile app, which is known as 311. 311 is right now working in about 36 cities in India. So Delhi is the biggest among them. So there was a link which was created on the 311 app to get registered. So anybody who wishes to register, just log into the app. It is available on mobile, Android as well as iOS, and register himself. So that app was used instead of going into the hard. Then public notices were issued, press releases were given, meetings were conducted with the RWAs or bulk waste generators to register themselves. Then initially 3073 bulk waste generators were identified in Delhi. But this was just a prelim work. As per our estimation, there may be at least 10,000 bulk waste generators in Delhi. So we could identify just 3073. These are the zone-wide figures. Then extensive survey was conducted, and it was found that 3,724 have been registered till day before yesterday. Means about 700 more have been generated, which is higher than our estimate. in future, if such extensive exercises are done, we are hopeful that at least 10,000 may be registered. Then this is the data what I was showing, identified, registered. Now the question is compliant. Though they have been registered, but people are reluctant. Being a new thing, it also consumes some money, so it is very difficult to enforce this. Though they are, so slowly we are moving in the direction and guiding the people to use these and to enforce and ensure that bulk-based generators are being used and data is being filled up daily. This is the figure of waste position in Delhi at present. About 11,500 is being generated daily. About 7,500 is being, around this is being used in waste to energy. Then there is a gap of about 3,500. It is, Supreme Court is emphasizing again and again that how will you deal this 3,500. So to do so, bulk waste generator is the only solution, not only for Delhi, but for all the cities of India. So these are some details about the three hills of Delhi, the garbage hills, Ogla, Balaswa and Ghazipur. It is projected that by 2027, it will exceed 12,000. Means it will go around more than 12. What is 11,500? Because population is increasing, so it will also go up. So we will have to get all the PWG registered so that this problem can be. Now, there are implementation gaps. This is the real problem with the government, that we can introduce many things, but we are not in the position to run or enforce all. What is happening? The registration is limited, monitoring is also again limited. Our people are not aware how the processing is to be done. So, inconsistent charges recovery, weak enforcement, fines, penalties. We are not going for the fines and penalties at present. Our emphasis is more on the registration. I will take care of this later on. So, even waste management and institutional procurement, compost, biotic takeoff, that is again a problem. People are asking, we are not able to reply everything. Somewhere there is problem of land, somewhere there is problem of some other things. So it is very difficult. So gaps are there. So segregation and dedicated immediate actions for PWGs are required to be done. Campus-wide 3-bin segregation, that is being enforced. Means all the 3 types of wastes are being collected. Then adequate waste processing is to be done at site only. AMCs with authorized cycles are to be done and monthly reports are to be generated. And geotagging is to be done in all the cases so that those can be monitored easily. Otherwise, it will not be easy for the municipality to monitor 10,000 bulk waste generators in future. So, what has been done for this? There is a online monitoring is being done through MCD 311 Act. Daily report can be seen in that app, that how many are working, how many are not working. So some action can be taken or some penalties can be imposed. Graded penalties, CapEx, OPEX, people are saying that it is too costly, how to go there, we are not in the position. Then WT facilities, guaranteed takeoff of compost, means something is being done in that direction, that whatever the compost is being generated, that is to be taken care of. And IEC activities are also being done with RWAs, hospital industries, health cares, etc. So, now 6 to 12 month roadmap is here for Delhi, which is quarter 1 to 2 100% registration, quarter 2 to 3 install, upgrade, processing units, execute recycle tie-ups, start monthly reporting. And quarter 3 to 4 enforce non-compliant scale compost, means the penalty and all other things are to be imposed. It was was not easy because people were hesitant on registration of the PWGs. So what was done? The licenses for the hotels and banquet halls are being issued by the deputy health officers. So they were given the task to get the registered. So they will have to say to the people that if you do not register, your license will be cancelled. Only due to that reason, so many registrations were done. So it was really a very challenging task, and we have been able to achieve this. We cannot say that we are the first one to do so. Actually, Bangalore has done a lot in this field. Way back in the year 2012, Bangalore has done very well in workplace generators. We are, if I see through the data available on the websites, we are following Bangalore actually. But in Bangalore, the skill was lower. Our skill is too high. So we are working it at the higher level. That is why there is website, there is app, and modern technology trends are being used to implement this technology. So this will make our cities more livable, more environmental friendly, and ultimately we have to follow the rules of the government. So solid waste management rules 2016 and other these e-waste rules 2022. One more thing, in the bulk waste generator, this is also clear that all the e-waste whichever is being collected is to be handed over to the registered recycler. The list of which is available or registration is available with the Delhi Pollution Control Committee. So this is the thing which is being done at present. We are moving in this direction, and we are hopeful. We have taken this. In this has been used. Lot of media publicity has been given. Lot of press releases have been given. Lot of meetings. Hundreds of the meetings have been done with the traders associations, the owners of the hotels, motels, cinema halls, malls, everywhere, so that they can work as the bulk waste generators. So, thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. We'll take the questions. Thank you, Dr. Kinuma. It's a very stirring topic. And now we are open for some questions to the keynote speaker as well as the presenters. You can take your seat yourself. And I will request the questioner to be brief. Please give your name and raise the question. I will request the support staff to send to the mic.
Good morning to all. Yeah, my question to Dr. Vice Tandon. So, what a wonderful knowledge from your presentation. So, having said that, so I have three questions basically. So, one is that a new epidemic in the country is happening in the urbanized places where metro tunnels are coming. So, what's happening is because of the construction of the tunnel, dam is being created inside the cities. So, for example, South Delhi is having every fifth building on an average is under differential settlement. So is the DMRC and the authorities are doing something to channel the water which is actually standing there, which earlier used to flow. Should I complete my questions? So, the second question is pre-stabilization of the strata. You know, a lot of places, I'm getting calls from lot of places like Mumbai, Pune, Chennai, where there are settlement cracks in the buildings where tunnel is passing beneath below. So earlier also at FIDCI I suggested, why not pre-stabilize our strata? Because we know that we are going to run a tunnel 10 meters below. So why not stabilize that beforehand, before going for the tunneling? And so this is it. And thirdly, very important, which is the core theme of Viksit Bharat 2047. Actually, sir, it has been. So basically, my subject is the corrosion related early distress. So what happening is, it is really a hard task to construct these tunnels. But more important is the repair of these working metro tunnels. We don't get even a 3-hour shutdown. You know it, okay? Because I'm associated closely with this Bharat and everything. So my question is that why aren't we able to construct tunnels which will last even 5 centuries? My mentor says that why should a RCC be rented for years? Once it is casted as per the design, it should remain for infinity. Okay? So my thing is Metro ready to introduce moisture audit which will contain the standardization? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now,
Sir, I think there's long questions and there are three of them. Let me try to remember what they were. Only then one can answer. But I was most bothered when you were speaking because they are real problems. One you mentioned is about the underground water, the first one. Like I had explained in my presentation, there are kingdoms. There is one person who is responsible for building, another person who is responsible for groundwater, somebody else is responsible for something else. Metro is being done by somebody else. There is no coordination. If you look at, let us say, recently in Tokyo, they've got one gentleman who's at the top who looks after all these issues regarding the urban environment. And of course, then he's got various heads, but everybody reports to him. Here, there is no reporting. Either it's the Prime Minister or the Minister, that's it. So, there is no coordination in India, and I don't see it happening in the near future. So, I'm sorry, but it's not a very optimistic view of the same. This business of finding out moisture content in concrete also, you mentioned tunnels. I think that's an important issue. As a matter of fact, if you look at some of the buildings, which we are not buildings, but it's a stadium, in Bombay, which was constructed about 30 years ago, and you've got IPL and all that matches being held there also. There they have got the penetration of chlorides. They are 80 millimeter from the surface, and the reinforcement has a cover of 30-50 millimeter. That means it is way beyond the reinforcement. Now, if you put this type of a situation, chloride contamination of 880 millimeter from the surface, and you have moisture inside, you are asking for very early deterioration and corrosion. Buildings which are already constructed and have got this type of a problem are very difficult to tackle, because probably it is not merely the atmospheric pollution which has resulted in this. The original construction that was made, they probably used seawater or something, or sand which was taken from place where and not cleaned, or there are so many issues. But our conclusion was that these old buildings, some of them are doing very well. You look at Kalba Devi, there are buildings which are 120 years old and they are still there. They may not have good interiors, but as far as the structure is concerned, and they are not even concrete, they are all brick masonry basically. they are doing well. So it's the moisture content, like you said, is so important because that gives you the electrolyte, which creates corrosion in reinforcement, and the life plummets. We have to design structures for 100-year design life, which means that with little bit of occasional, of course, frequent inspections, little bit of repairs, you should be able to last this 100-year design life.
Sir, we can take the question.
Sir, settlement. Excuse me.
Just a minute. You can take. We have to give opportunity to others.
One question
Just more
was stabilization.
Sir. Sir.
Anyone?
Sir, myself,
Yes.
myself, Deepak Bakshisha. My question is to Tandon sir. In our state capital, Patna, the capital city of Bihar, there are two critical infrastructure just finished, and one finished double decker, and a second is starting by state government of Bihar and DMRC and PMRC in metro construction. Sir, DMRC जो पटना मेट्रो कॉर्पोरेशन है वो already executed the work underground work. But after 8 meters, above 8 meters, the state government is planning other tunnel for from ancient museum to Bihar museum, 1.5 kilometers I think. So this is viable in Patna, like disaster zone 4 and 5. This is possible, technically feasible.
Yeah. So the question, as I understand, is that you already have an existing tunnel.
Starting, tunneling start by DMS.
And you have something which has to cross it.
Other creator.
Then you have to cross that tunnel.
Yes.
By another tunnel.
Above 8 meters.
Yes. You see, the thumb rule is that when you have a tunnel, whatever its diameter, the next tunnel that you have by the side or above, it should be at least 1 diameter away. That is the minimum that is required, and normally we are able to do it. But there are places where in Delhi itself, where the earlier phase 1 has already been completed. In phase 3, they are thinking of connecting, let us say, the AIMS and the Safdarjung with another tunnel, which will take the patients quickly from one hospital to the other. Now there you have to do it's. Technology is available, and of course there is always Professor Pankaj Chaudhary who will tell you that there are softwares like Flaxis, which tells you what are going to be the effects of doing this. So what you can do is to cater to that, take precautions, make additional structures, walls, etc., so that this can be possible. But generally speaking, if you are one diameter away, you are generally safe. Not always, but generally.
Thank you, sir. We have to no more time for the questions. We will take it, discuss it, interact during the tea break. I'll do my important task of closing this session with the closing remarks and go there. Today's theme was challenges, opportunities, development in urban areas in India for Viksit Bharat 2047. And we had got the wonderful keynote keynote speech by Professor Tandon. Three of the presenters in various areas, Dr. Pavan Kumar, Mr. Gorumukhi, and Dr. Akil Ahmad. Really, it was a very interesting and engaging time. I will just briefly outline whatever was discussed. And I will start with Professor Tandonji. Yes. The most interesting takeaway is utilization of the space on the ground, below the ground, and over the ground. It is a challenge for 2047 Viksit Bharat. And with his vast experience and expertise that we have been following him up through all these years, he has presented peacefully with many of the solutions in the field, applied in the field, including the Nagpur or double-decker system, where the design and construction methodology addressed the issue with wings and spines. And then we have to take care of the safety, of course. No conventional system load testing of piles, that is 6,000 ton pile testing in Dubai, Burj Khalifa is an eye opener. Then, regarding the environmental impact, how the Jalebi Chowk has been designed, signal-free junction, and long before that, his involvement in the aims of Tarjan intersection, which is his new law, also is a lesson for all the youngsters here. They can carry forward the message. And Maheshji is against RE walls blocking the space in all dimensions, visually and physically. I am a supporter of his view. I am always advocating this wherever I am going. Alignment above and on ground and below ground we have already discussed. And constraints pose severe challenges are to be addressed by intervention of engineering. That is the challenge for 2047. Elevated structures over existing elevated structure, including the one which has been already given that tunnel thing. And he gave examples of two projects going on simultaneously in Delhi, and also there are the cantilever construction over existing flyover. Those were interesting lessons. Chennai, of course, in Chennai we had a workshop where the metro project, Chennai metro station was dealt in detail with 35-meter deep diaphragm. We had in India Building Congress, I think it was in February, we had a session. Thanks for recalling that also, and we have enjoyed that. The most important thing is the contour planning in that. Contour planning is 100-year-old buildings, as you said, and you do not have access to the ground inspection. That's really interesting. So thanks a lot to Professor Tandonji. Now, let us come to the presentations which were made by Mr. Gurmukhi. He has advocated, it's a paradigm shift really, shifting the, decentralizing the capital from New Delhi, which has reached, crossed the capacity of a nation's capital for Viksit Bharat 2047. Nagpur, he has advocated many positive points in the zero, we come to the 0 point right now, and is accessibility, proximity to resources, and also space wide available for a green planning. So this is a thought which may be carried forward. We have got Dr. Pavan Kumar, who spoke about the green and blue infrastructure. In fact, this is the in thing now, and to prevent heat island effects in the rapidly growing urban areas, This will solve to a large extent also the drainage problems and water scarcity problems. Regarding Dr. Fakil Ahmad's presentation on the legacy waste, yesterday we heard Honorable Minister Nitinji speaking about legacy waste being properly processed and used in road construction. That is in fact a big takeaway. And Mr. Dr. Akil Ahmad has also spoken about the different stages and tasks in quarterly manner, including the registration, the segregation, and enforcement. So this will go the right way, but I think also the most important factor is the micro zoning for intensive sensitization. We have got the hardware ready. I would say all the software also is up and everything is hardware now. Now the software is here. The mindset is not working. That will be one of my suggestions. So it was great chairing the session. Thank you. Also the questions were there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
After the end of the technical session, it's a very interesting session and very informative presentation that we made. I would now request our immediate past President, Major General Ashok Kumar, to kindly do the honors by presenting mementos to the chairman, the invited speaker, and the officer. We present a memento to Engineer D.C. Tripathi, chairman of the session. Thereafter, a memento for Professor Mahesh Tandon. Dr. Pawan Kumar. To the authors, we present a memento and a participation certificate. Dr. Pawan Kumar. E11. A memento for also co-chairman of the session, Shri K.M. Godbole. And the reporter, architect Viraj Vasudev. Thank you very much, sir, for doing the honors. We will now break for a tea. The break is for 15 minutes, and at 11:15 a.m. we will be all for technical session 2.